This 1915 1 centavo coin is not just a small piece of metal, it is a quiet witness to a world that existed more than a century ago, a time when every coin carried real weight in daily life and every exchange had a human story behind it. When you hold a coin like this, you are not just looking at its surface, you are stepping into a different era, imagining the markets it moved through, the hands that passed it along, and the lives it touched in ways we can only guess today. The texture, the faded details, and the aged tone all come together to create something far more meaningful than its original purpose as currency. Back in 1915, the world was in a completely different place. Economies were structured differently, daily routines moved at a slower pace, and coins like this were essential tools of everyday survival. This 1 centavo coin would have been used in small transactions, perhaps to buy food, pay for simple goods, or contribute to daily necessities. It may have traveled through bustling marketplaces, quiet village shops, or even across regions as trade expanded. Every small scratch and every sign of wear is a reminder that this coin was once part of real moments, real decisions, and real lives. What makes this coin especially fascinating is the passage of time it represents. Over 100 years have gone by, yet this piece still exists, carrying its identity forward. Many coins from that period have been lost, melted, or forgotten, but this one has survived. That alone adds to its uniqueness. Survival through decades of change, conflict, growth, and transformation gives it a kind of silent strength that modern objects rarely have. It stands as proof that even the smallest items can outlast generations and still hold meaning. Collectors understand this value deeply. For them, a coin like this is not just about appearance or age, it is about connection. It connects them to history, to craftsmanship, and to the idea that something so small can hold such a powerful story. The demand for coins like the 1915 1 centavo continues to grow because people are always searching for authenticity, for something real in a world that often feels temporary. This coin offers exactly that. It is tangible, it is historical, and it is irreplaceable. The design itself, even if worn, still carries the essence of the time it was created in. The engraving, the structure, and the material all reflect the standards and artistry of that era. Coins were not just produced, they were crafted with intention. Even in its aged state, you can still appreciate the effort that went into making it. That craftsmanship adds another layer of value, reminding us that this was not just a mass-produced object, but a carefully created piece of currency that served a purpose in its time. As years passed, the role of such coins changed. They moved from everyday use into collections, from circulation into preservation. That transition is what makes them special today. A coin that was once ordinary becomes extraordinary simply because it endured. It crossed the invisible line between utility and legacy. Now, instead of being spent, it is admired. Instead of being overlooked, it is recognized. That transformation is part of what gives this coin its lasting appeal. There is also a sense of mystery that surrounds coins like this. We do not know exactly where it has been or who has owned it over the decades. It may have been part of significant moments or simple daily routines. It could have been saved carefully or lost and found again. That unknown journey adds to its character. Every collector who sees it can imagine their own version of its past, making it a deeply personal experience. In today's world, where digital transactions dominate and physical currency is becoming less central, a coin like this feels even more special. It represents a time when money was something you could hold, something you could feel, something that had a physical presence in every exchange. That contrast between past and present makes it stand out even more. It becomes a reminder of how much has changed and how certain things, like history and craftsmanship, still hold their value. The rarity of a 1915 1 centavo coin is another factor that draws attention. Not every coin from that year has survived, and not every surviving coin is in a condition that still tells its story clearly. Finding one that carries both age and character is not something that happens every day. That rarity increases its appeal among collectors who are always looking for pieces that stand out, pieces that add depth to their collections. Beyond collecting, there is also an emotional element tied to such coins. People are naturally drawn to objects that have lasted through time. There is something comforting about knowing that this coin existed long before us and will likely continue to exist long after. It becomes more than an item. It becomes a bridge between generations. Owning it means becoming part of its story, adding another chapter to its already long journey. The market for historical coins continues to grow as more people recognize their significance. This is not just about buying and selling, It is about preserving history and appreciating the artistry of the past. Coins like this one become symbols of that appreciation. They remind us that value is not always about size or material, but about meaning, history, and connection. For viewers and collectors alike, this 1915 1 centavo coin offers something truly special. It invites you to look closer, to think deeper, and to appreciate the layers of history embedded within it. It challenges the idea that small things are insignificant, showing instead that even the smallest objects can carry the greatest stories. As interest in rare coins continues to rise, pieces like this naturally gain more attention. People are drawn to authenticity, and there is nothing more authentic than a coin that has existed for over a century. It has not been recreated or replicated, it has simply endured. That authenticity is something that cannot be manufactured, making it incredibly valuable in the eyes of those who understand its worth. Every detail of this coin, from its worn edges to its aged surface, contributes to its identity. Nothing about it is random. Every mark is part of its history, part of what makes it unique. Unlike modern items that are often identical, this coin stands alone. There is no other exactly like it, and that individuality is something collectors deeply appreciate. In a way, owning a coin like this is like holding a piece of time itself. It is a reminder that history is not just something we read about, it is something we can physically connect with. That connection is powerful. It transforms a simple object into something meaningful, something worth preserving and passing on. As more people begin to understand the value of historical artifacts, coins like this become even more desirable. They are not just collectibles, they are investments in history. They hold both emotional and tangible value, making them unique in a world where many things lose their significance over time. This 1915 1 centavo coin stands as a testament to endurance, craftsmanship, and history. It has survived where many others have not, and it continues to capture attention because of that. It represents a time long gone, yet still accessible through this small but powerful object. For anyone who truly appreciates history, this coin is more than worth a closer look. It offers a glimpse into the past, a connection to another era, and a story that continues to unfold with every new owner. Opportunities to own something like this are rare, and when they appear, they deserve to be recognized. In the end, this is not just about a coin. It is about what that coin represents. It is about history, survival, and the enduring value of something that has stood the test of time. It is about the stories we can imagine, the connections we can feel, and the appreciation we can develop for objects that carry meaning beyond their original purpose. For collectors, enthusiasts, and anyone who values history, this 1915 1 centavo coin is a remarkable piece that continues to inspire interest and admiration. It stands quietly, yet powerfully, as a reminder that even the smallest pieces of the past can hold the greatest significance in the present.
$100 000.